Mridula is a PhD student from JNU and is a teaching assistant for the paper titled Themes in Popular Culture. Her paper with Sumra Alam, also from the Center of Study for Social Systems, titled You Would Not Believe What We Saw, a sociological analysis of performativity and everydayness in family vlogs in India, uses the lens of performativity and everydayness to analyze Indian family vlogs on YouTube.
Hi to all. So today my colleague Sumra and I are going to be presenting on the topic, You Would Not Believe What We Saw, a sociological analysis of performativity and everydayness in family vlogs in India. In the recent past, owing to Indian states' favorable policies of digitalization, as well as high investments from the private players in the technology-driven market, there appears to be a rise in the internet users in the country. In 2015, a mere 19% of the Indian population had access to internet. In 2022, however, it reached 60%. Reliance's Jio has been widely credited for the initial surge in the number of internet users in the country by offering fast 4G internet at cheaper rates. Owing to these developments, as well as the situation created by the COVID-19 pandemic, the content creation and therefore content creators have exploded on the social media platform, such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and TikTok. A study by Mindshare India revealed that during the COVID-19 lockdown, YouTube witnessed a 20.5% increase in its subscriber base in India. The content creators produce lifestyle content, movie reviews, recipe videos, and document their daily lives. The documentation includes family vlogs as well. Despite a growing concern regarding the content, production, and the ethical considerations of family vlogs, they seem to be generally well received by the audience. In this essay, however, we shall be studying the family vloggers in India by thematically analyzing their content through the lens of performativity and everydayness. These concepts have been discussed. We approach this paper by asking two questions. Firstly, what is the performativity of sharenting in family vlogs on YouTube? Secondly, how does the everydayness of family vlogs on YouTube contribute to their popularity? In order to answer these questions, we analyze the vlogs of 4 YouTubers from India who are popular for their family-centered content.
For our method, using purposes sampling, we selected 4 family vloggers from India with high subscriber counts, namely Momcom India, Indian Mom on Duty, Flying Beast, and Mumbaikar Nikhil, and most viewed family vlogs on their respective channels. We watched the videos to identify certain patterns, which were then arranged and analyzed as per the selected themes. Under the theme of everydayness, we identified patterns related to the portrayal of family values, lifestyle, and religiosity. Both events and routines constituted the everydayness of the vlogs. The performativity of sharenting was evaluated by understanding the patterns related to the portrayals of the family's authority figure, primary caregiver, and involved father and their activities. All 20 videos were analyzed as per the above mentioned parameters. The data on themes and their constituting patterns have been arranged in the form of channel-wise tables in the appendix to our paper.
So this table basically shows the 4 YouTube channels that we've taken, their subscriber count, and their total views. The performativity of sharenting. Campana et al. Believe that the act of sharenting labors appears to have resulted in a change in the division of caregiving practices, with the adult male figure contributing more towards household chores, which stands in contradiction to the heteronormative gender roles. Their work discusses the gender-based prejudice of intensive mothering but involved father, which seem to have lost their relevance in the recent past. A similar thought is echoed in Tambunan's work as well. However, our examination of 2 popular father-operated family channels, namely Flying Beast and Mumbaikar Nikhil, revealed that instead of challenging the gender roles, the gender division of labor in the household continues to persist. Both channels feature the mother indulging in caregiving roles, with the father being involved in household chores. However, his participation is restricted to the traditionally masculine jobs, such as repairs or disciplining the child. On the other hand, the examination of 2 mom-operated channels, namely Momcom India and Indian Mom on Duty, unveiled how YouTube is utilized to share their daily routines and caregiving strategies. They share the children's meals, hair care routines, and clothing, among other things. Both creators present parts of their household routine in an organized and detailed manner, thus bringing out the effort that is put into accomplishing household tasks that would otherwise be considered the default duty of the female. The immense popularity and consumption of family vlogs have led them to become a commercially viable opportunity in the attention-driven economy. Nichols et al., while citing Campus et al., explained that the attempt by social media influencers to develop their identity and to project a personal brand that would attract sponsorships, therefore generating income. While vlogging could be considered as a form of documenting the reality, filmmaker Satyajit Ray would problematize the authenticity and the realness that these vlogs seem to portray. While interrogating the nature of documentaries as a depiction of reality, Ray argues that because of the scrutiny of the camera, the reality is compromised and influenced, and instead would consider them as creative expressions. Similarly, a study revealed how social media influencers include their children in their projects to portray positive imagery of parenting and family life. Herein, we cite Goffman, whose theory of performativity, a reflection on the role theory and impression management, wherein the actors on the front stage, that is in front of others, behave how they wish to be perceived. This is different from the backstage, which operates in the private spaces. Likewise, Cooley used the term looking glass self to explain and describe how socialization shapes our self-image and influences how we view ourselves. Therefore, it could be reasoned how the discourse of parenthood in blogs is shaped in response to the need and demands of the audience and the market.
Our analysis of the 4 YouTube channels has led us to identify the following factors that contribute to the popularity of family vlogs. Firstly, attractive and controversial thumbnails are commonly used. Known as clickbait, the creator relies on eye-catching or deceitful video thumbnails and titles like "had to rush her to the hospital" or "Skyu got stuck under the bed." Secondly, by portraying a sanitized and carefully curated image, these vlogs seem to provide their viewers with an ideal and functional family practicing aspirational lifestyles. For instance, the frequent presence of Momcom India's parents in her vlogs illustrates their importance in her family life. Thirdly, instructional videos ranging from meal preparations for children, home repairs, and even product recommendations, which are often sponsored, occupy considerable space in their content, thereby increasing the chances of attracting a wider range of viewers. Thus, the popularity of family vlogs emanates from the fact that they can portray the most ordinary events in a significant way, where everyday tasks become recognizably important for the upbringing of children and the strengthening of family relationships.
Sumra,
However,
sir,
it's a combination of the mundane and the event.
Yeah, you have 3 minutes
Okay.
left, 7 minutes in. Thank you.
Content of family vlogs, as Veena Das conceptualizes the everyday, arguing that it constitutes both the ordinary as well as the extraordinary. Moreover, the ordinary happenings of everyday, moreover, the lives of individuals are shaped by not just events or catastrophic happenings, but also through the ordinary happenings of everyday domestic and marital lives. As discussed previously, Indian family vlogs seem to reinforce the heteronormative parenting roles. However, according to Strangelove, despite the reinforcement of dominant structures, family vlogs do offer the scope to challenge them owing to their amateur production. Both mom influencers exercise their agency in how they portray their daily lives online. Indian mom on duty in her vlogs shares her early morning routine to prepare meals for her family and manages to highlight the effort she puts into her household chores. However, she edits the parts where her daughter refuses to eat the prepared meal and later expresses her disappointment. Tasks which would otherwise be taken for granted by us are captured through vlogs, highlighting their significance in family life. In social theory, the everyday is often a subject matter of research. As cited in Strangelove, a scholar like Lefebvre, who studied modernity, has discussed the rise of capitalism and its effect on ordinary life. Strangelove's work on YouTube further utilizes this concept of everydayness to study social interaction in virtual spaces. It's the quality of ordinariness of these blogs, both in terms of production quality as well as their content, that underlies their popularity. Moreover, it's when vloggers combine this ordinariness with influencer strategies that they can reach a wider audience. To conclude, we cite Lefebvre, who discusses the impact of modernity and rationality on the nature of everyday and emphasizes how daily life is as much influenced by capitalism as our formal institutions like the state and the economy. As a result, mundane life begins to be characterized by an organized passivity, where individuals have little control over various aspects of their lives. One can argue that much of what constitutes the daily family life and leisure time of individuals is heavily influenced by prevailing dominant ideologies. Like elsewhere, India has experienced a shift in its economy and culture due to the onset of neoliberalism. In the case of family vlogs, the lifestyles of social media influencers are also centered around consumption. Large parts of their vlogs discuss their fashion and travel, hauls, and reviewing home products. Interestingly, all four influencers identify with the middle class in their videos, but promote lifestyles that are highly aspirational for their viewers. The high viewership count leaves little doubt about their ability to influence many people. Lastly, our discussion analyzing the performativity and everydayness of YouTube family vlogs has brought to light a few issues that warrant further research. First is the idea of aspirational lifestyles and their promotion by influencers, which can be examined in the light of the consumption culture in the neoliberal economy. And second is the rising importance of advertising in social media ecosystem, which has managed to challenge existing social norms by establishing new ones. In family vlogs, both these issues emerge, and future research can give better insights into these relationships. Thank you.
Thank you so much.